guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of In Conversation, the open mic with Nicole. Okay, I am Nicole, and I don't have all my equipment yet. That's okay. I needed to cover this topic. Okay, so come on, Bessie, sit down and let's talk. So we all know as mothers, it is hard as it is, okay? When I stepped into my journey, into becoming a mommy, into becoming a parent in general, and mind you, this was COVID, okay? I gave birth to my baby girl in April of 2020. I almost said March, but it wasn't March. March is when the pandemic started, okay? So I was in hospital. I had my baby in April of 2020, okay? And my brain was filled with fear. It was already as paranoid as it could be, you know, and I was thinking all of these things. My baby might pop out having COVID. I might end up having COVID. And it was just crazy, you know? And also, as mothers, we judge ourselves a lot. We are very hard on ourselves because we want to know that we're doing a good job, you know, as the main point of contact, as the main point of comfort that our children come to. You know, they will go to dad, but I mean, the first thing that they ask is, where's mommy? Where's my mom? You know, mommy, I'm hungry, you know, at least for my children, or for me, that, you know, that is what it is. And I feel like added onto that, you know, people, especially family and friends, you know, when you're a new mother, I feel like they think that it's okay to create some sort of pressure by telling us what to do, telling us how to feed our kids, what to feed our kids, you know, how to bath our children, you know, what's good for them and what not. And I think that it's time that you just chill. You know, we are already paranoid as it is. We are worrying as it is. And I don't think that we need pressure from you to tell us how to raise our children. Advice is okay, guys, don't get me wrong. You can give advice as much as you want, but in the end, I think it's the parent or the mother's choice if they will accept that or not. Family, especially the elderly, you know what I'm talking about, okay? They are a little bit overwhelming, you know, because they've been there. I feel like they think that they know better, and that they can project their methods of parenting, their methods of doing things, or whatever ways worked for them in 1925, that they can tell us what to do, you know, as opposed to allowing us to figure it out for ourselves. I mean, I have always been a person that I like to do it myself. I like to figure it out on my own. And if I really need help, you know, I will ask you. But if I don't ask you, just take it as I'm okay, you know. I'll ask you. I'm that type of person. I love to do things on my own. I love to figure things out on my own. So I just feel like, to any new mom, to any seasoned mom, I feel like it is a good idea to just not pressure anyone to do things on your terms, as opposed to allowing them to figure out what works for them. Parenting is hard, guys, and I feel like I just needed to say this because I know friends, and me as well, I went through it with people wanting to give advice, and then when you don't take the advice, or when you do what you feel you want to do, or what works for your kids, they take offense, and that it shouldn't be like that. So guys, it's 2026. Can we not push our methods of parenting or our methods of raising our children? If you give your kids Cerelac, don't expect me to give my child Cerelac as well, because it might not work for me, and that's okay. You know, we should stop that, because On the daily, mothers face struggles. You know, we go through things. It's hard raising children. Some, parents are more present than, others. And I think we should create a community of support rather than a community where you want to put each other down or put one another down just because of the choices that they make. And especially in parenting, I feel like it's not spoken about enough. Mothers, they struggle in silence just because of outsiders or because of family that put pressure on them to do certain things a certain way. And guys, it's not fair. We need to create a support structure, and we need to know that it is okay if we do certain things differently. So we are not all wired the same. We're not all going to do things the same. We're not all going to think of the same methods. But in the end, if our kids are happy and healthy, obviously it worked. Okay, so stop that. Until our next In Conversation, the open mic with Nicole, I am Nicole. Be kind, okay? And always be self-aware. I will see you next time.